When we come to God and bring our requests to him, I think there's often the question going on in the back of our minds, what is going to happen next? What will God actually do? Will he do anything? I was reading a passage from John 6, and the context is the feeding of the 5,000. A crowd is gathered, and because they've all heard about Jesus. And then we read this. This is John 6, verses 5 and 6. When Jesus looked up and saw a great crowd coming towards him, he said to Philip, "Where shall we buy bread for these people to eat?" He asked this only to test him, for he already had in mind what he was going to do. I love that. He already knew what he was going to do. It's interesting, he didn't even know the full facts yet. In a few verses' time, we'll discover that there was a boy there with some loaves and a few fishes, but he hadn't made an appearance yet. Jesus didn't know about him yet. Yet actually this boy was going to play a key role in how this miracle actually happened. But even without knowing he was there, Jesus somehow knew what he was going to do. He knew how this was going to work out. I find that so encouraging as I bring to him some of those things that are on my mind. Even if I don't know what to think about some of these things, I'm certainly not in possession of all the facts around the things of which I'm praying. Yet actually that's totally irrelevant because he knows what he's going to do. I think sometimes what holds us back in our whole kind of journey of faith is that we can't understand what he's going to do. We don't understand why something's happened the way it's happened. We don't know why it got this far. We don't know why this situation has arisen. And we can't see maybe how God is going to do something to bring about some sort of change to it. And the point is, of course, we don't see our lives through God's eyes. We have a very limited vision of simply how we see the situations in which we find ourselves. And that's why it's always good to begin our times with God by resting in the Father's love. I think it's a sign of great trust that he knows what he's going to do. He can still see a way through, and therefore I can rest in the truth of his love. I can trust that love will bring something wonderful about. Now, it's still right to pray. He wants us to trust him enough to bring our concerns to him, to be intimate enough with him to share all the things in our hearts. But at some point, faith has to kick in. Now, faith isn't a mental exercise about kind of psyching ourselves up to believe something that we think is pretty unbelievable. I think it's a knowing trust that he loves us and he knows what he's going to do. So as we go through this day, as we go through the week ahead, let's capture that truth that he loves us, and it's a real love. And as we bring our concerns to him, he knows what he's going to do. Until next time, take care and God bless.